Hey guys, and I hope you guys are doing okay today. So today I've given my thoughts and opinions of everything said in the most recent developer update in Dead by Daylight. So yeah, let's jump right into today's video, guys. So let's start off with the Trapper. Obviously Trapper is getting buffed. They're not massive changes to Trapper, but there's something that's going to help. So basically, instead of Trapper having 4 to 6 traps set at the start of the trial around the map, which is RNG based, it's now guaranteed 6 all the time. Also, instead of starting off with 1 trap on base kit without any add-ons, you start off with 2 traps now, and you can have 2 instead of 1 without add-ons, which is good. It's not a massive difference for Trapper, but it'll do. It's definitely something better than it was. We're going to see how that plays out. I personally think that they should have put 3 or even 4 instead of 2, but 2 is still not bad. And they're also going to change a lot of add-ons, or should I say all of the add-ons for Trapper. They're doing something to all of them, or most of them, buffing them, I think nerfing them as well, something like that. Obviously they're going to change the add-ons to do with extra traps, and I have a couple add-ons right here to show you guys that will be changed. So these are 2 of them. So we've got a very rare one which is called Tension Spring. So a bear trap resets 2 seconds after the survivor escapes from it. That's really good. And Trapper Sack, all bear traps are carried at the beginning of the match instead of spawning on the map, if you get what I mean. So you carry all of the traps in the match instead of having to go to collect them, and bear traps cannot be picked up. There's a lot wrong with the add-on adders red, obviously. You only get 6 the whole match, you can't pick any more up, and you're very limited, so you have to play really smart, which kind of sucks, but we move. Spirit's getting nerfed. I mean, we all saw this coming. I don't really agree with the nerf and the timing as well. Specifically, I think the devs should be focusing on different stuff instead of nerfing a killer that wasn't in dying. Needs to be nerfed, in my opinion, at least. I mean, it would have made the most sense to nerf her when all the controversy was going on back in June, where all the beef was happening between True and Scott John, and there's a lot of the fog whispers and all of that about Spirit, the whole massive debate. So I don't know why they're randomly nerfing her now, not then. Also, I feel like the devs are just trying to do this to start controversy, because like Spirit's such a controversial discussion in DBD, the most controversial, I think, thing to discuss about, in my experience anyway. So the devs doing this is just asking for trouble, right? But anyways, a lot of community are happy, a lot ain't. A lot of people being arseholes about it though, saying, oh, finally she's nerfed, she didn't really need nerfing. I mean, everyone just wants it easy against killers in DBD, let's be honest. And I don't blame them, obviously, everyone wants an easy game, but you know, it doesn't mean she's OP or needs nerfing just because you want a chill game, right? What they've done to nerf Spirit is any survivor within 24 meters of Spirit will now hear a directional phase sound. So they'll hear a phase sound. This will let you know whether she's phasing, and it also gives you a rough idea of what direction she's coming from. So when the Spirit stands still normally, which I think is really unfair, like the only unfair thing about Spirit, and the only OP thing about Spirit, this is the only OP thing about her, when she's standing still and you don't know when she's phasing or not. Yeah, you can do stuff like blind her, but you have to bring a flashlight for that to see if she's phasing. So you have to bring the item just to negate one section of her power. But it was really unfair, so I'm happy they're nerfing that. But they nerfed it to the point where it's not 50-50. It was 100% Spirit, now it's 100% Survivor. It's not 50-50, it's not a benefit for Spirit and the Survivor, you know. Like, it's not 50-50, it's not a 50-50 thing. So the Survivor has full control now instead of the Spirit having full control than before. I think this is a bad nerf, because they should be aiming it around 50-50, not one side, like one-sided. It doesn't make any sense. Also, the Spirit's footsteps will now kick up dust while she is phasing. The devs also say here about how in high grass you won't really know, but like, why does that matter? Most of the grass in DBD, and if not all the maps in DBD, have small grass, like small bits of grass, so yeah. Spirit's gonna be a lot more easier now. Also, this isn't all they're nerfing on her, so they're probably nerfing a lot of her add-ons, and probably her movement speed in when she's phasing. They've also changed her add-ons, obviously. Here are 2 right now. Let's go over them. So the very rare one, during your haunting, you can teleport back to your husk by pressing the active ability button. This one's really good. This actually negates her nerf in a way, because obviously the survivors will now know when she's phasing with this nerf. So obviously she can go towards them, they know she's phasing, and they probably can run back to her husk, and they wouldn't know she had the add-on, so she can just teleport back and get a free hit. Obviously it's situational, but it's better than nothing. And the other one, when your hunting ends, the spirits husk explodes and vault locations within 4 meters are blocked for 5 seconds. This one's like kind of that trickster perk where it blocks the windows. I forgot what it's called, it's hex something, but yeah, not bad. So I like how the devs are always trying to make add-ons way more interesting now than it used to be. They used to be just, you know, raw, just either OP or shit. Now they're like interesting, which is cool, but who knows how good this is going to be. Next we have Killer Add-ons update. This one's really fucking good. I'm happy about this change. So basically, we basically as a community don't really know the difference between tremendously and considerably, or moderately or slightly. You guys kind of get it. We don't really know the specific details of it, the specific percent difference. But now, all of the add-ons in DBD, yes, all the add-ons for Killer, you will know now when you read the description what percent is different. Let's say if you have an add-on that considerably increases the movement speed for a Killer in Demon Dash, but obviously you don't know how quicker you are. You don't actually know the percent. You don't know how much percent you're going quicker. It's only, but now they'll tell you that. You guys kind of get it. So it just tells you the percent of the buff you're getting, which is way better and way more informative. And you can actually use it with some cool builds. You can create better builds because you know the percent now. Obviously before you didn't know it at all, so you just have to make guesses. But yeah, that's cool. Also, while the devs were actually making this change, they noticed on a lot of killers that their add-ons are already dated and just either too strong or too weak. And I'm so happy because they actually made a list of add-ons that are going to get nerfed to buff for killers. So we're going to get some add-on changes, which is about time. So finally, Hillbilly is getting changes to his add-ons. I think these are buffs because right now his add-ons are really bad, really bad. There's like 2 good add-ons, and that's his Doom and Death Engravings really. So hopefully they bring back Insta Billy. I don't think they will. Insta Down Billy add-ons. They probably won't, but who knows. Nerfs is getting add-on changes. These are definitely nerfs to nerfs. Myers is getting nerfs, but interesting add-ons. Hag is getting buffs to her add-ons, I believe. Oni's getting buffs. Blight's getting probably nerfs to his add-ons, maybe. Race getting nerfs to his add-ons. Pig's getting buffs to her add-ons, and Ghostface is getting buffs. Pig I'm interested and happy about because Pig got fucking buried when Endgame Collapse came out, and we have haven't seen anything on her except from cosmetics since. And finally we're actually getting something on her, and hopefully they actually take this to advantage. Hopefully they make her add-ons interesting. Hopefully they do ambush add-ons, focus more on that. Like you could do some cool shit, make the ambush duration last longer, make her speed quicker when she's ambushing. Just do other shit like that. Hopefully they fuck with stuff like that. That'd be cool. But I'm happy, I'm excited. And finally we have Perk. Actually no, not finally. We have Perk updates next. Yes, Perks are actually getting buffs. So Vigil, instead of being 20% recovery rate, it's now 30%. And what will now increase the recovery rate of broken, exposed and oblivious status effects, which is good. Babysitter is good. So the rescue survivor will receive a speed boost for 8 seconds, in addition not leaving scratch marks, pools of blood, and the aura reading duration has also been doubled. Follow people is being buffed. So instead of you being broken for 90 seconds, you're broken for 60 seconds now. Retribution is also getting buffed, I think. Yeah, so survivors will also become oblivious while cleansing. Hex totems, not just dull totems. And you can also see auras for 15 seconds now instead of 10, I believe it was. Blood favor is getting buffed, so you can activate blood favor with M2 attacks now with like Bubbles Chainsaw, Picks Ambush, Legions, Frenzy. This is fucking amazing. Honestly, a really good buff. Like, I can't wait for that. See what they do with that. Also, I believe blood favor also has no cooldown, which is cool. Third Seal is getting buffed, so you can use Third Seal now with M2 attacks with Bubble Chainsaw, Frenzy. That's going to be really cool. I can't wait to see what they do with that. And finally, Thrill of the Hunt is getting buffed, so this will work with boon totems. We need more info on that. And the totem cleansing speed is also going to be longer. I can't wait for that, honestly. And finally, we have item and character kill switch. This is a new thing coming. I can't wait for this as well. Basically, in a nutshell, what this is, let's say the game map was bugged and the devs have not disabled it. Well, with this new system, if you find out there's a bug on a map and you don't want to play on it because it's either really boring to play on as survivor or killer because of the bug, then you can disable it yourself. You can choose not to play on that map. which is cool. So it saves the devs a lot of time having to update the game and update you guys, and it saves you a lot of time of updating the game and just looking on Twitter or something like that yourself. So it's just not much of a waste of time, which is awesome, obviously. So that's really, really good. Now you're probably thinking, okay, well, can't people just abuse this and choose not to play on the maps they don't want to play on? Like, let's say if they wanted to not play on a lot of shit maps for Killer or Survivor, they could disable it. But yeah, if they disable that, do you know what they're doing? They're making the queue time 10 times longer, so they're fucking themselves over. So that's their problem. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. That's all the updates. I'm actually excited for all of it, except for the spirit nerf, obviously. But we move. Like, honestly, it already bothered me too much. But obviously, I'm not gassed about it. I'm not hyped about it. It's kind of a shitty thing, but we knew it was coming anyway. I'm actually happy. This is really good. Good changes finally from the devs, so congrats. Also, the devs actually put in 10 times more of the work in lately, I've noticed. And to even add on that, I'll be updating you guys on Monday, because the devs even said there's going to be a part 2 of this developer update where they even talk about more stuff that is going to be changing, and I'll be updating you guys on that as well. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.